Warning: the characters used in this video are illustrative. Don't worry if your name appears on the list. Let's consider the following scenarios. First scenario: you're out with friends, sitting on a terrace. The conversation turns to summer vacation. Everyone is talking about their plans, Bali, Greece, or the south of France. Then it's your turn. You simply say, "I think I'll stay here, work a bit, and enjoy the park." Silence. Then someone scoffs. "Seriously? You're spending your vacation on a park bench with the pigeons or what?" A few awkward smiles around the table. You feel the shame rising. An odd mix of humiliation and anger. Two options come to mind: laugh along with everyone or snap back. But there's a third way. One that doesn't aim to be right, but to take back control. A way Machiavelli would have chosen. Second scenario: you're in the middle of a work meeting. You're presenting an idea, when suddenly a colleague blurts out, "Seriously, you call that a plan? Even my little cousin could have done better." Laughter erupts. You feel your cheeks burning. In your head, two options: fire back or try to justify yourself. But there's a third way. The way Machiavelli would have taken. A way that doesn't hand the victory to the one attacking you, but gives it to you. Third scenario: you're at a party with friends. One starts talking proudly about their Italian roots. Another chimes in about their trips to Japan. Then you calmly mention, "I'm from Benin. I'm going back this winter to visit my family." At that moment, a smug smile creeps onto one friend's face. "Oh yeah, swap the Eiffel Tower for straw huts? Watch out for the lions." Laughter, not all mean-spirited, but all uncomfortable. You feel your muscles tense. You hesitate. Throw a jab back or pretend to laugh. But there's a third way. A path only visible to those who refuse to feel ashamed. A path Machiavelli would have walked. Not to hurt, but to take control. You need to understand one essential thing. Humiliation is not just a lack of respect. It's a social strategy. Its goal is to lower your status in front of a group while raising the attackers. The more witnesses there are, the deeper the wound. And it's often very carefully calculated. Let's take an example. At a family dinner, your uncle blurts out, "Still single? Waiting for Prince Charming to knock on your door?" If you get angry, you come across as fragile. If you try to justify yourself, you're playing his game. He stays in control, and you lose your grip. Get ready for Machiavelli's advice. Before we begin, if this content makes you think, if you feel like it opens up a new way of seeing the world, far from the oversimplified talk we hear everywhere, then consider subscribing. It's a simple, free gesture, but it strengthens this independent work. A like, a comment, or a share might not seem like much, but it's what helps these ideas spread and reach other curious minds. And if you're already part of this community, thank you. Truly, it's because of you that all of this comes to life. Machiavelli's advice. Now, let's look at what Machiavelli would have done. In The Prince, he explains that lasting power relies less on force than on perception. What people remember isn't always what's true, but what seems true. In a moment of humiliation, you're not playing against the attacker. You're playing for the audience. They're the real judges. And the golden rule is this: never react impulsively. The one who stays calm controls the scene. They show they're not shaken. Let's take an example. During a lecture, a student interrupts a professor. "Are you sure about that?" "Because I read the opposite." The professor stays completely composed. "Perfect. We'll discuss it at the end. You can show me your source." The result? He comes across as confident, unshakable. And the student? As a provocateur looking for a moment in the spotlight. Concrete step-by-step strategy. Let's look at how you can apply this method, step by step. Step 1. Observe before acting. Ask yourself, why is this person attacking me? Is it jealousy? A need for recognition? An attempt to shine by dimming my light? Example: a colleague puts you down in front of a manager. They want to stand out at your expense. Step 2. Calculated indifference. Keep a neutral expression, or better, add a slight smile. Let 3 seconds of silence pass. It's long enough to create discomfort for them, not for you. Someone mocks your clothes? You look at them, smile, and calmly continue your conversation. Step 3. The subtle comeback. When the time is right, drop a short line. Not aggressive, but destabilizing. For example, them, "You always mess up the calculations, don't you?" You, "Yes, but at least they're creative." Smile. Step 4. The reversal. Turn the attack into a springboard. Them, "Your presentation is too simple." You, "Exactly. It's so everyone can understand, even you." Light tone, friendly smile. Concrete narrative example. Let's look at this with a true story. Julie, a project manager, is presenting a plan during a meeting. Mark, her colleague, blurts out in front of everyone, "Wow, that's really basic. Looks like a high school assignment." Julie doesn't respond. She calmly continues. Then, at the end, she presents a chart. An original analysis that solves a problem that's been around for 6 months. The manager congratulates her in front of everyone. Mark, he ends up looking like a clown. Julie didn't attack. She let her skills speak for themselves. Lunch break with friends. Pierre says, "You're always lagging behind anyway. Even in football, you run like an old man." Everyone laughs. You give a slight smile. You look at Pierre for a second, then continue the conversation with someone else. Later, a friend brings up sports. You casually mention, "Oh yeah, I'm into that. I'm actually training for a triathlon. Did a half marathon 2 weeks ago." Result: you're the one who shines. Pierre looks completely off base. So, remember this well. Humiliation is a trap. The one who reacts in the moment loses control. The one who stays calm chooses the timing, the method, and wins the game. Machiavelli teaches us that the best response isn't the loudest, but the most calculated. Direct Hit if you want to learn how to navigate the social jungle with Machiavelli's tools. Subscribe and turn on the bell. Power is something you can learn.